Hello and welcome to the Trampled Back Podcast, episode 126. I'm Gary Black and joining me this week is Chris Conroy.
Are you sure it's 126?
I thought it was 127.
And John Walker.
It's 127, right?
Yep.
Yep, cool. Hi, Gary.
Hello, I'm Gary Black and welcome to episode number 127.
You enjoyed your summer holiday?
Fucking sitting here sodding, man. I'm wetter than an otter's pocket.
Mine's alright.
So you wanted to thank Ben Grant?
Yes, I was at the football last weekend and I found myself in Kilmarnock. Timed it, which isn't, which I was concerned about. My timing was terrible. I was far too early. So I text Ben, because Kilmarnock fan around that area.
Are you ever in Kilmarnock and they go, oh fuck, I was in Kilmarnock, and go, oh, the George Orwell book was better. Sorry for interrupting you, mate.
Sorry, I'm used to it now. And he gives a recommendation of somewhere to go for food because we were like an hour and a half before kickoff. Went in.
Here.
It's a place called Lucky 7. Went in, ordered food, and they went, have you got your smart card on you? And I was like, for what? And she went, oh, football fans, it's 50% off. And I was like, this is amazing. So I've never told my mate or BT that I treated them at lunch. But really nice.
How was the food?
Brilliant.
Is this the second discount you've had in a week?
But this wasn't podcast vouchers though. This was just genuine niceness.
I've never heard of anyone getting a 50% discount, and you've now had it twice.
Yeah.
It's just for visiting supporters.
No, we assumed it was only home support, and they went, have you got a match day ticket? So yeah, it was nice to have been treated with good hospitality. I owe some money about a disabled shed, but we'll worry about that later.
Yeah. So thanks for the tip, Ben. That's
no, it
essentially
was really appreciated because it was good.
So if you find yourself in Kilmarnock, hit up Ben Grant.
Or go to Lucky 7.
Oh, okay,
if you're
the
a
middleman.
Football fan or passing through, whatever it is, Lucky 7.
If you're just passing through, make sure you've got a football ticket in your pocket.
Also, a pint of beer Moretti in Glasgow is £5.20. £3.40 for a pint of beer Moretti is fucking amazing. Brilliant.
Good deal.
Very good. I was happy. Can you tell I'm happy, Gary?
I can.
Man, you really fucking miss me when I'm not chip man, eh? What a pair of Colin Robinsons.
I don't get that reference.
This week's deaths. We've got a couple of people.
Cheering right up.
One that affected you badly, Chris.
Oh, it was a sad story. 22-year-old Belgian cyclist, Bjorg Lambrecht, 22-year-old, died in a race in the Tour of Poland. Was on a descent. Looked like an innocuous...
It's quite a big fucking descent.
The reports coming back for the race cars and the guys that were riding round about him said that, it wasn't a particularly fast descent, it was the particularly technical. His bike's come away from his fell, and that's been it. 22-year-old, Lotto Soudal, rider, and he'd like a good pedigree coming up through the, sort of the youth stages, but it just shows you fucking how dangerous professional sport can be.
It was funny because when you said that a cyclist had died, my first assumption was he'd been
EPO.
pumped. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's fucking...
His veins had burst through his skin.
His blood's like plasticine.
You do hear a lot of the American footballers who suffer from dementia saying that they're just lucky they weren't cyclists.
Yeah. It's the hardest job in the world, riding a bike.
Aye, if they went to give blood, it'd come out like, they push the fucking plasticine through the factory.
That's the order in which it's like a common reference, isn't it? As rugby players look down at football players going, that's not a real man's sport.
Aye.
And cyclists look at rugby players going, it's not a real man's sport.
Aye. I think cyclists would look at Robbie Downey Jr. and go, he was never a junkie. I think that would be the... So... sad in a sort of high profile race.
Wasn't it a high profile though, was it? Because I've heard nothing about it.
Fucking huge in Poland, mate. The Tour of Poland is one of the top 13 touring sporting events
in Poland.
I have a horrible image in my head of like scouts for cycling teams just going around city centres at night trying to find new talent.
Do you know what? I thought this about traffic wardens, right? I've right. I've got two fucking problems with two things, right? Traffic cones and traffic wardens, right? To highlight is that traffic cones, you never know. You'll know a nurse, you'll know a police officer, you'll know a fireman, you'll know somebody that works in a car garage. You never know anybody that works in the place that makes. There's fucking millions of traffic cones, but you never get somebody say, "Oh, I'm working tomorrow. Oh, what do you do? Oh, I make all the fucking traffic cones." But traffic wardens are the exact same, but it's even more sinister, right? Like, you'll know a police, you'll know somebody that works in Greg's, you know somebody that works in a call centre. Every job, you know, at 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, out there, you'll know somebody that will be able to get your mum a new garden shed, right? Nobody ever goes, "Oh, Ryan's a traffic warden." Do they?
No, because they'll say, "Oh, he works with the police.
He's applied for the police."
He's a civil servant.
Works for the council.
Right. So, here's my theory. See, I'm trying to think of who it'd be like. See when Jean-Luc Picard's in the X-Men, cutting about in the wheelchair, and he gets all the X-Men when they're young and goes out and finds them,
Right.
and gets them when they're young, takes them to the big house and trains them up. I think there's a Jean-Luc Picard figure from the X-Men that goes out and finds traffic wardens, like goes out to the schools and local authorities and just goes, "Right, who's the fucking biggest arsehole, snitch, scumbag that you've got?" and just takes them away before they go to the high school. You know, and they're just trained up to be this.
It's school for gifted traffic wardens.
Let's call it a school for traffic wardens, mate. Let's not fucking give them. And the more I thought about it, do you know why traffic wardens make people so angry? Like, the fucking thing that irritates me about traffic wardens is that if a speed camera gets you, it's down to you.
Right.
See, if a traffic warden gets you, another human thinking soul has fucked you. Has made the conscious decision. Like, that job could be done by robots, and people wouldn't. They go, "Oh, fuck, the robot caught me. I was 15 minutes over." Do you know what I mean? You go, "Ah, fuck it. It was down to me. I should have been back." See, when you see that scumbag, and if there's any traffic wardens listening, get back to your pen before Jean-Luc Picard catches listening to podcasts. So,
the direction
Bjorg Lambrecht,
Who are these people?
R.I.P.
The direction I thought you were going with that was going to be that when people said, "Oh, what's your Craig doing now?" We've lost him to the drugs because they don't want to admit he's
Mate, you would.
traffic warden.
You would, wouldn't you? You go, "Oh,
See all the pals.
he killed a wee lassie in the college." Fuck, that was a close one there, Janet. You nearly fucking told him.
You
How's your Craig doing?
You should move to the paradise of Western Bartonshire, where we have 0 traffic wardens.
You don't have any?
Not a single one.
Right.
I've got a way of figuring it out. See, because in the city centre now, you can't park anywhere on Sundays for free. Look for the pals that you've got. You don't know what they do for a job, but they'll buy extra cash now.
You think so?
Aye, the
No,
overtime.
but see if they were on commission. I could understand that.
Well, they do have to dish out a certain amount of tickets a day.
If that's not bonused, then you're a very shady human.
You definitely have to dish out a certain amount of tickets, so you have to be pretty strict. Because they were all raging, apparently in the council, when they added the 5-minute leeway.
Right.
Because normally they sting people if they're like 30 seconds over, but they've said, "No, you need to give 5 minutes," like whatever it was. But they're going, "Well, that's going to fuck with all of our targets."
See, even like birthday parties, weddings, engagement parties, fucking nights out. See, if you've paid for a buffet for 150 and you've only got 130 coming, there's no way you go, "What about the 20 traffic wardens, you know?" And see when you see them walking about in twos, you're like, "Ah, fucking hell."
The other death we have this week is a
Hello, welcome to episode 128 of Tangent Corner.
it's another sad one, I'm afraid. Alfred Smith.
Right, who's this?
He was formerly Scotland's oldest man at 111 and 128 days.
Oh. Right.
The curse of Scotland's oldest man.
Is he
strikes
Scotland's oldest man ever?
again. No, I don't think so.
Good research, Gary.
Do you want me to find out?
Yeah, I'd love that. So, what did he die of? Cycling accident?
Fast living.
What do you do?
We've got
What
Annie
do you
Knight,
do?
who was 111 and 174
Up
days.
to 111.
What have you not... What one of your pals' stories have you not heard?
Mate,
Annie
you
Turnbull.
don't have any. They're all dead.
Yeah, but that's even worse. You'll have went through maybe 4 cycles of Friends.
Aye.
Annie Scott,
How old was Annie?
113 and 37 days. Oh, Annie's. Oh, wait a minute. Lucy Dabro. Yes, Scotland's oldest ever man.
It's a woman.
No, he
The
was
three
the
above him are
Right.
women.
Oh, the
So
three
he's
above him.
Scotland's oldest ever man
Right, okay.
on record.
He may have only changed to identifying as a man so he could get that record, though.
He's he's left the house to his 94-year-old son.
See, if you were going to live that long, I bet he paid off his mortgage when he was like 45. It's like, better get paid off quick.
Do you think so?
Is,
Had it fucking fixed to him.
His local MP did say that when he was 98, he bought a new washing machine and took out a 10-year warranty because he was that sure he was going to keep going.
Oh,
So he was born in March 1908.
1908.
Fuck. It's a good year.
Vintage. Yeah.
Started building the Titanic. Took 4 years to finish and then 4 hours to sink.
So my wee boy Charlie's obsessed with Titanic. Like, just loves everything about it. Just all the facts.
What, the film or the facts? Or the
The
story?
facts about the
Just really into Kate Winslet.
We all were.
at the time. She looks a right good laugh. And DiCaprio, look, you go a day out with him, wouldn't you? Easy. Sorry, Gary, are we keeping you up? Look at the way he's fucking
Playing with that pen.
zoned out there. He's going, fucking hell, look at those eyes, man.
Gary's like in Sports Scene if they went back to the presenter and he was just sleeping while Stevie Thompson and Michael Stewart were talking.
That's
Just
how I
the-
kind of get the gig.
Just the fucking utter disdain that he treats other conversations with, man. It's fucking brutal. Like, he's got the eyes of a fucking widowed koala. See the way they get that eucalyptus fucking sadness?
That's just the way my eyes look.
Fucking look at them.
Get heavy set eyelids.
You fucking...
I can't look any other way. I'm really
If
sorry.
you got a different prescription...
No. These are the same. I do have 2 pairs of glasses, but this is the ones I normally wear.
Fuck, were you getting that vibe off him there?
No.
That just zoned out?
Oh, the zoned out part, yeah.
Aye.
I thought like have you seen
I was thinking about Kate
Have you seen
Winslet.
Get Out?
wondered that if I shaved my cat.
Have you seen Get Out?
No.
Yeah.
So when she does that with the teacup to hypnotise him,
Aye.
I was looking at that pen, kind of going, "Is this how
Aye.
Gary's going to get me to like stay
Aye.
here forever?"
It's like a fucking heroin-based Peter Powers.
Scotland's oldest man.
Scotland. See, as soon as he gave the last fact, it looked as if he's going, no, I'm just going to take a wee minute to myself here.
The cogs were going, but the body had shut down.
Keep it awake.
Is that the sort of, like, your version of the fucking red light being on the telly?
Yeah. Definitely.
Like, I'm still on, but there's nothing showing.
Normally you don't look at me. So you've never noticed before.
Fucking hell, man. Have you up to dosage or anything?
No.
If you load it,
No.
should.
So,
So that's the celebrity death section.
that's the celebrity deaths. Who else has maybe died?
Well, there's
Oh, what about Joe Longthorne?
all right. Okay, on you go.
Joe Longthorne, if you've got tickets for October the 12th at the Pavilion, please contact the box office
They can swap them for tickets for that Rangers show.
for Grado. For Grado's Family Wrestling.
Who knew, eh? Who knew a history of Rangers songs could go out of hand on a Saturday night in Glasgow? Fuck me, man.
Oh. Well, we were all surprised.
Yeah.
All surprised.
The disabled section of the Kings was kept intact, though.
Kept intact.
They just didn't have an easily accessible roof at foot height almost.
Well, it's because in the Kings they put the disabled people at the back, not at the front.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm staying quiet and I've nothing to offer about
So who's-
where disabled
who's this
people
guy
would
that's
be in the
died?
Kings. Joe Longthorne.
Never heard of him.
He was sort of he won like one of the
Pop Idols?
like before that, like wasn't he Stars in Their Eyes? Maybe the one before that,
Oh,
or the Face or something.
New Faces.
That's the bunny.
Is that the same thing that Les Dennis one?
Thanks for coming to the conversation, Gary. You've made the journey in here tonight worthwhile. New Faces or whatever. He won one of them.
Opportunity Knocks.
Something like that. Done big show tunes and done Shirley Bassey, Blackpool, sort of big runs in the summer, that type of thing. But still had a big crowd, still sold a lot of tickets at the Pavilion.
So he was the 70s Susan Boyle.
80s, I would say early 80s. I don't think he had the same, nowhere near the same issues
Gravitas.
as Susan, but the guy, like,
He done
Do-
a repeat custom.
when Des O'Connor had a TV programme, see the way Freddie Starr would turn up every couple of weeks, Joe
Yeah.
Longthorne had sort of closed the show.
Okay.
But Stu Mitchell, a couple of years ago actually, done the support act for him.
Right.
So,
Stand up.
aye. So Joe Longthorne's coming out to sing an hour and a half worth of Diamonds Are Forever. Mitchell had to go out and do 15 to 20, but he loved Mitchell and kept getting him back. It was a great gig for Mitchell.
That must be like an old-fashioned musician thing. Because, see, like on Bill Burr's podcast or Joe Rogan's,
Aye,
and they talk about doing stand-up when they were younger,
aye,
it's always like old stand-ups that Richard Pryor would be with this band.
aye.
Every show.
Yeah, that was like quite
Somebody
a
would
common
be
thing.
with Metallica. Would be like, that seems like that was a pure common thing to have
Aye.
a comedian being on stage before Metallica would come out.
It's easy setup.
Yeah, aye, yeah.
So you don't need a whole other
Aye,
stage setup.
if there's a big production show.
That's how Phil Dupitis got started, isn't it? He did
Was it?
poetry before punk bands.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good fact, Gary.
Thank you.
I believe you're thinking now.
So he's dead.
Joe Longthorne is.
I've got 5 days until the cure, and see, to be honest, I'm fearful.
How
Because
big,
he's looking a bit pasty.
how big a fan of The Cure were you before they announced this gig? Would you...
Yeah, pretty big.
Oh, look at him go. Like, that's got him. That's got him.
I wasn't
Yeah.
ready for that.
Yeah, pretty big.
Pretty big guy.
I couldn't go see them 2 years ago because I was at another gig. I forget you guys follow music. I forget that. I think you've killed him.
Yeah, real big fan of The Cure.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Sorry about that, John. That was unprofessional.
I don't appreciate your line of questioning. And
Listen, mate, I'm not saying that if Jeff Ellis put any dog shit in front of you, you buy a ticket for it.
no, I wouldn't, because there's plenty of summer sessions gigs I'm not going to.
Who
Go
else
to
is
the
on?
Caro Emerald was on. 'Cause my
Lewis
mum and dad went.
Capaldi.
Right.
Lewis Capaldi's got a night. James have got a night. Church has got a night. 1975 have got a night.
Right.
Not going to any of them.
Not going to them.
You're not going to see your pal Lewis Capaldi?
I don't want to be sad all night.
What about, is Foo Fighters not playing it?
They've got one as well, aye. I've not a massive fan of Foo Fighters. I've seen them.
James, might we accidentally seen them
Seen
at
them?
Belladron?
That was,
No,
no
no.
accident. That was amazing.
Oh, we might go to the game. We might go to the gig. But you wouldn't necessarily go, oh, fling a James ticket into me. I think gigs like that are good. John Gavin absolutely moaned the face off me about the Belladron lineup. He says he just couldn't get MD to watch. Lewis, the comedy stage ended up
was that?
him being up at the last weekend. And John turned 40 last weekend as well, so happy birthday.
birthday, John.
Birthday.
Happy birthday, John. his comedy set was on directly in competition with Colonel Mustard, then Lewis Capaldi, and I think the whole arena just see once Colonel Mustard were on, I think they all stayed where they were. We'll keep a spot for Lewis Capaldi. They said the place was mobbed. But who else did we have with Jess Glynn?
Find her really unlikable. I'm not really sure why.
He said he ended up knowing nearly every word to every song, but he really, really wanted to go to Marks and Spencer's on the way to a Jet 2 holiday and didn't know how he knew all the words. Elbow on the Thursday night, he says we're just alright. He said we're just alright. It's hard when a festival you enjoy their booking policy kind of goes a wee bit, you went a wee bit radio on me.
It's almost like you get older and things.
Yeah.
Or in Belladrum's weird case, it seems like the bookers have got older.
The tickets for next year actually went on sale yesterday.
Oh, okay.
So they'll get people that buy the tickets blind, and then you go, I've got trust in you, you're going to book.
And Belladrum, that's the one, it's up in the Highlands, right?
Bewley, yeah. It's a really good festival, but you kind of go, right, we need to wait and see who the book here. So what's your favourite Cure album?
I don't listen to albums because they never released any in my lifetime.
Greatest hits.
Greatest hits. Best of the Eagles.
What's your top
best album
3
ever?
Cure songs?
Caterpillar,
Love Cats,
Lullaby, and Boys Don't Cry.
Friday I'm in Love.
I like that, yeah. But it's not my favourite.
Mine would be Love Cats and Friday I'm in Love and 8 other.
Caterpillar's my favourite one.
Caterpillar?
Yeah, I love that song. I just don't know how he does his vocals because it's brilliant. I always assumed it was like just in the studio. And they would do it live.
Are they on part of a bigger tour?
No, it's just
The
a
Cure
one gig.
Yeah, good.
Have you seen the picture?
They were playing London 2 years ago, but it clashed with something else. I was at. Can't remember.
There's quite a famous picture. It must be from 1990 World Cup or something, where it's Robert Smith and the guy for Big Country. Is
Right.
it? And then
I've seen the picture.
and then in the Scotland
Have you
kit
seen
and
this?
England kit, and they're in these tiny,
get the picture
tiny
up from
80s
yeah,
football
as
shorts.
good. It's like it's like whoever convinced them to do it was a more naive time in the media. Like, see now, nobody would let this photo pass and go, stick that in the magazines.
Was it the NME?
Is he a big football fan?
Can't imagine so, but who knows?
I don't know. I just really liked his interview
Here you go.
when he got in the Hall of Fame. That's unbelievable. So who's the other? Oh my god!
What's his name?
Stuart Adamson.
Stuart
yeah.
Adamson from Big Country. What did he die of? He died quite young, didn't he?
That photo.
Of it was the suicide.
Oh.
Way to set us up, Gary.
Here's another version where they're both going to do a header.
Jesus fuck.
I've never seen that one before.
That's like a gender neutral page 3 from 1983.
Those 1990 Scotland shorts did not help matters at all.
They look like they're on backwards.
Yeah.
That looks like and it looks like it's filled with an arse.
That was a cracking strip, that.
Do you think so?
I like that. But because that was the age I was,
Yeah.
you know, it's
I was
first
going to
started
say
watching
the
Scotland.
next one, the one with the V on the sleeve, was mine.
That was a cracking track. There was a
The
cracking
tracksuit with
cracking
the
run.
yellow and the...
Yeah. And even see the one that was in between that was sort of navy and white stripes, and then the bulkhead was navy, and then it had like a flap that came over the collar.
Oh, yeah.
Absolute cracker.
Classic times for Umbro.
I've got a cracking picture that I keep in my diary of Hugh and Cry wearing all those clothes.
So after 25 minutes, maybe we should move on.
To what?
Something that's not dead.
Yeah, there was maybe a suspicion that we might put this in celebrity deaths, but none of us are convinced that he belongs there.
Jeffrey, we know you're listening.
Epstein or Epstein?
Ooh, Epstein.
Cool. Weinstein or Weinstein?
Who's going to complain? You get the fucking fake dead pedo's name wrong.
What dead pedo? Oh, the guy definitely died.
Definitely
Like
died.
the Labour guy 4 years ago who definitely died the day before he was about to be arrested and didn't just move to another island.
See if my dad was having a bad day, he always referenced see the guy that hid behind the fireplace. Like he'd been behind the fireplace for ages.
Is that the same guy as the canoe?
The red canoe.
Yeah.
So you used to say, how you getting on today? And he's like, pricing red canoes. So that was always a reference for faking your own death. You know what kind of how things going? Oh, fucking fake my own death. How's things going? Oh, I'm fucking pricing red canoes, man. My dad thought that was funny as fuck. Like there was like a pure glee, like, good on him. If I could get away for you, pricks, I would.
Is this the part where you're going to like suspiciously tell us that you don't think your dad's actually dead?
Oh no,
He's living on an island somewhere.
oh, he liked carry on too much. Do you know what I mean? Like the idea of running away from all his responsibilities really
better than
tickled him.
reality.
Really tickled him, but he liked to carry on too much. Red canoe. I think Jeffrey Epstein's a red canoe.
Yeah, so Jeffrey Epstein had been in suicide watch for a week.
Well, I mean, they're terrible at doing suicide watch.
Yeah. And
One of the parts of suicide watch.
Imagine they took somebody on for that job and says, listen, it's only a 2-week contract. Seasonal suicide watch, 0-hour contract.
So on Saturday morning, the Daily Mail had a big expose finally reporting all the stuff about Prince Andrew.
You don't need to beep that
I don't
out.
need to beep it anymore. It's excellent. Because it's all bit in print in the Daily Mail. So
Aye.
according to the Daily Mail, he was
A beast.
getting past young teenage girls by Jeffrey Epstein.
You don't have to say young and teenage at the same time, I don't think, do you?
Yeah, but then it could be 19-year-olds.
It's still creepy, though. Not illegal, but creepy.
Yeah, you old teenage bastard.
Nobody talks about their old teenage years.
What about these old teenagers?
Yeah, so the story went about on Saturday morning, and then at about 2:00 in the afternoon, Jeffrey Epstein suspiciously dead.
You've got to remember there's a time difference between America and UK.
Yeah, they would have been asleep when the papers came out in America.
Aye, with the fishes.
I mean, they've reacted quick.
Right, okay, Gary. You're man for the details. I think there's 3 options here, right?
Okay.
The least likely is that Jeffrey Pedo Jeremy Bad Egg died of natural causes. It was just coincidental, and the pressure made his black heart explode.
Okay.
Next option is he's in a rig canoe,
Yeah.
and he's been spirited away to somewhere else.
Mhm.
And the third option is that all the people that were implicated have had him murdered.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the 3 options?
It appears to be the 3 options.
Right.
I would say that dying of natural... I'd say 75% of the media reported that suicide, but 25% were reporting that he died of some heart failure.
Right.
That
the
is
same
what death
time.
is, though.
Yeah.
But we've talked about this before, haven't we?
Yeah,
All
heart failure.
death is heart failure.
Heart failure for being shot in the back of the skull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause of death. His heart stopped beating, it's probably that.
How far down the line of the prosecution process and trial
Well-
process has he given a look? Like, see if he has done himself in. It's amazing how you're really careful around people that have been so sad that, do you know, they haven't seen any other options, and like you go, oh, it was death by suicide. See, this prick that killed himself. Do you know what I mean? It's fucking so insensitive.
On Friday in America, the legally sealed witness statements were unsealed in
Right.
court, and that's why the Daily Mail could report on it
Okay.
on this Saturday.
Right.
So all the things that had been rumoured that were in it all turned out to be true.
So always believe rumours.
Yeah, that's what I'd say. Anytime you hear a rumour, must be true. So definitely it'd been flagged up in America, as well as, you know, there's names to be named still, but here's the first part of it.
Is there more names going to come out?
Well, he had more names. That was the thing. There's
Right. Do you think he's taken his own life after going, do you know what, I've just gave all these people over, I'm just going to end myself?
Well, no, he hadn't given them over yet, though. And the thing he'd always said was that his
Can't catch me.
Basically, I've got a black book somewhere that if anything happens to me, there's instructions on how to release it.
Right.
Now, whether that was just a bluff, who knows?
Yeah.
His lawyer.
Should we start
probably.
looking for it?
Well, that's what somebody said. Like, you can
Challenge Annika.
you can guarantee that before he was killed, somebody found his safe and burnt his black book. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been killed.
Is there an option? No, option 2 is still the same option, but is there an option of him disappearing not for his own good, but for the witness testimony? Like, could somebody outside of the people wanting him dead have faked his death so that he can actually testify on the suspicion that there was definitely going to be an attempt to kill him?
That happened. Do you remember that happened at like last year?
No, that's
Somebody was announced as dead, and then like 2 weeks later,
Surprise.
they turned up at a press conference and they said, "I had to pretend I was dead. It was the only way this was going to get to court."
Well, that was my only thinking was, could somebody have went, it's safer to fake this death?
If that happens, that would be pretty much the best news story that has ever happened.
Not necessarily for the people that were serially raped.
Yes, it is, because that means they would get their day in court to get justice to the people that did it.
Yeah, 'cause it's not just one paedophile. I mean, he's got the house, he's got the party going, but other people were invited.
Yeah, him standing in court and naming all the names is what they want.
It's what everyone
It's
wants.
terrible. It's terrible for all of them.
I bet it's not the best story ever. Do you know what I mean? Fucking, it's not Jumanji.
I mean, you're setting a high bar there.
Like the original Jumanji or the remakes.
The remake's great as well.
Do you think that takes place on his private island? Is that what you're getting at?
Mate, if you had enough money, it could have.
It was also really weird at the weekend to see the
Get to the
stories.
island and it's just all traffic wardens been trained up.
Like the prisoner,
Aye,
where they're training
aye,
up traffic wardens.
Aye.
No, Sunday parking's not free anymore, you have to pay.
Billionaires can go and pay money on this island to hunt traffic wardens.
Or if you stayed too long in the bay, they took your photo, passed it on.
You get like the wee digital parking ticket as like a trophy.
Do you know they've put fucking cameras on them, body cameras now, because of the abuse they were getting?
They wanna.
I used to be able to fucking call traffic warden names and nobody would bother. Now I'm having to say shitty things to them like, I hope you have a really rubbish dinner. But they are protecting them because they're a revenue stream, right? They don't put body cams on nurses, firemen and police that are fucking getting actual abuse off of crazies.
Yeah, because no one's profiting off of that.
Aye, they're a cost rather than a...
Yeah.
Anyway, these poor people on this island.
The stories that came out on Friday and Saturday about Prince Andrew, about how he'd been spending... He immediately went on holiday to Balmoral with Fergie.
But that's like fucking EastEnders. See, MD that's in bother or a couple that want to run away, they always come to Scotland. Fuck off, Andrew. We don't want you here.
We've got our own pedos. We don't need royal pedos. Bring us down.
It's like
guys.
every other pedo in the ring then moves down a fucking step when he crosses the border. Go on, that's me back down to level 8.
Sorry, there's got to be a line somewhere and you've just fallen below it, so you
Aye.
don't have access to this stuff anymore.
You've not made the cut. We have royalty in the
He's
country.
taking 4 weeks off for stress.
Pretty stressed.
It is pretty stressful though. See if you spent your whole life being a fucking pedo getting away with it, and then a paper just goes beast.
Aye, that is going to be high on the stress factor. But even the way the papers reported it about fucking the same day it happened, they were reporting about how him and Fergie had been invited back into the fold and, you know, take part in family events and going, really? This was the time that you made the decision to put forward the Family Guy image?
I mean, they did.
Really?
There was like a big study that did show that only 9% of the plastic's actually being recycled that you're putting in your bins. So they could just both be really stressed about that.
Yeah.
That's been bugging me. So
The Queen also was in the papers today on Sunday, saying that she was very frustrated at the moment at politicians.
Aye. When was the last time she came out in the newspaper and said fucking anything? When was the last time she went out, God, oh, the Queen said today that she really misses Brookside? Like, she's no fucking commented on anything. The day our fucking boy has been accused. She's gone, do you know what?
So
I don't like politicians.
This is how little I give a fuck. So he is one of the actual children. Like, I wasn't sure.
Children fuckers.
I wasn't sure if he married in or he was a cousin or somewhere else.
Aye.
Yeah.
So
he's
he's
a
one of her.
child of the Queen.
She's one of the sons.
He's Charles's brother.
I don't think I quite realise. Hey, so Charles is deaf. Oh, we can't say that. Sorry, I will save you the beeping, Gary. That'd be alleged.
Charles is a stand-up gentleman who cares about the environment.
Yeah, I mean,
Sells cheesing.
And will
stuff.
undoubtedly be a great monarch. I'll probably need to beep that out.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
can't the Queen just pardon him?
Probably.
Mate, see
Like
if you,
literally just go, no, but
mate, see if you fart at the dinner table, you can pardon. See if you fuck kids in a jet.
you can also pardon if you're the royal family.
Not in America.
But, you know,
But we want extra them.
to an extent, it's already been not covered up, but pushed to one side. Because the thing that came out in the papers yesterday is the same thing and the same photographs and the same stories that we were talking about months ago and have been known for years.
Yeah.
So there's an active willingness to just not bother about it and go, oh, well, that's just rumour.
We talked about this on this podcast, didn't we? The Boris Johnson videotape
I don't know. You do a lot of podcasts, mate.
of him talking to the journalist and they're arranging to harm somebody.
Yeah.
He's still a Prime Minister and should be in jail. So, yeah, getting away with being involved in a paedophile ring wouldn't shock me. Do you know what it is? It's because everyone's got too much stuff to actually care about. Right now, I'm in the middle of a FIFA career. That's all I'm
that's
interested
what I
about.
mean. That's it right there.
Somebody wants to watch Love Island, so there's going to be a Love Island in the winter, so that'll give them another 12 weeks to watch something else. People don't really. It's the Coney 2012. It's the fucking next thing. People don't care. But how many times I've said this? Many people don't care.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's what's been completely proven.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Let's go. Is it option 1? Actually dead of natural causes.
No.
2, he's killed himself because he's stuck everybody in.
No.
3, he's been murdered.
Yes.
I want to go for the fake death, but he's going to come back and testify.
Okay, option 4.
I love an outsider. I just feel like that would be like if Vince McMahon was in charge of this storyline, that's how it would go down.
Who's also all involved with Trump and...
Oh man, yeah. I've no doubt. Steph. I'll save you more looking at.
Some of the papers the papers, court papers and statements I've seen kind of absolve Trump, which kind of makes it all look a wee bit staged as well.
Yeah. Well, Trump was also on Twitter this morning sharing all the conspiracy theory tweets that he liked.
That he liked.
Donald Trump on Twitter sharing tweets about how it was a conspiracy.
Epstein.
Yeah. The president of America.
How does he have time? I mean, 36 holes will I'll take your day up.
You talk about the children again?
36 holes means something different than that.
And I think there was stuff...
2 kindergartens.
There was stuff that had come out... Well, Trump will be delighted as well because there was a story that came out last week that Jeffrey Epstein put up a lot of the money for Mar-a-Lago golf resort.
Did he?
Yeah.
Amazing.
So maybe he was just killed to stop that money being owed.
I mean, it is the best way of not owing somebody money is them not living anymore.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like an overstatement to say...
Is he the first ever super pedo?
In what respect?
His own island, like that is like a fucking
No, but his name was on.
Move.
Aye, but he's been given or gifted the island and go, do you know what, Jeffrey? We're going to tell everybody this is your island, but we're going to be using it.
Yeah.
But we're going to buy this house, but it's where I'm going to have all the affairs.
Aye,
cool.
I really like this Chinese takeaway that you own, but I'm going to grow hunters of hash upstairs.
It just does really feel like nobody's going to do anything.
I fucking really want a Chinese takeaway now. Oh, no, nothing. And once again, you will never ever know the truth until Netflix 2023.
Yeah.
after they all die, and they go, oh, by the way,
Well, we should have known about JFK by now, but they put that to the back burner again, didn't they? We'll all be dead.
JFK was killed by Stephen Avery. The Netflix Making a Murder done a special on it.
Yep.
So that's quite a depressing. The heat death of the universe is coming. So
How far down the line?
well, like 30, 40 years until the Earth's crisp and dry.
You've already said you're sodden. I played football in 24 degrees sunshine yesterday.
How realistic is that, 30, 40 years?
Well, that's what the whole Extinction Rebellion thing is, isn't it? It's like if we don't...
9 years we've got to
reverse. 9 years to reverse it, and then it'll be too late, and then another 20 odd years after that, life won't be sustainable. And we'll end up killing each other for water.
Do you know how when you turn your
we
heating
live
on?
in a country with loads of water, they're going to come for us.
Do you know when you turn your heating on?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a right level of heat and you should go turn your heating off.
Mm-hmm.
See, if you hit that, that's the 9 year mark we've got to hit before, so it can cool back down.
Mm-hmm.
Bypass that, your house is too warm. You need to open some windows. The earth doesn't have windows.
That's a good...
It's a good metaphor.
You should get that in a t-shirt.
The earth doesn't have windows.
See all the carbon dioxide and all the stuff that's causing the climate change? Surely, with everything we've invented, we could just invent something that could extract it all, though.
Like a big fan.
Yeah, I've often thought that.
There could be something that we could extract it all.
Like there's such a thing as the canyon. It's called the canyon effect.
The Kanye effect.
The Kanye effect is where you just fucking run about talking shite and selling gutties.
But occasionally make a belting album. So.
Aye. Where, see if you take a street like Hope Street in Glasgow, where it's built up high sides.
Yep.
Or New York, high-sided buildings. New York, London, high-sided buildings. And if there's a lot of traffic going down it, the air's nowhere to go.
Mm-hmm.
I often thought that going, surely they could just stick a couple of extractors, in the top of the buildings.
Like I'm
You know, and
convinced
treat
they
it
could
like
do
that.
something.
That'd be doable.
Like it has to be. Like with everything we're doing just now, that has to be something they go.
Like, see Central Station.
Uh-huh.
See if you get fucking Jimmy the Brit Dyson to come up with some kind of extractor, or some kind of flue that took the fumes in, spat it out clean. You're telling me we could not do that?
Isn't that the thing? That all the money in science research and medicine research is into corporate stuff, because that's where all the money is. So no one's making these world-changing inventions like we used to in the past because nobody there's funding it.
Right.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Hmm.
But this feels like something that somebody like Richard Branson or somebody weird could chip in for. Elon Musk could push this out. He could definitely do this.
Went to my bed last night, turned the light out, sleeping, hear a buzzing. Oh, maybe it's a fly. And then you hear the buzzing again going, nah, it's a wasp. So I get up, fucking turn the light on, open the window, put the blind up, and I'm trying to usher the wasp out. There's no for going, pushing down outside. So I end up having to fucking get a bit of tissue, fucking kill the wasp, right? That's it. Settle back down. The wasp had a pal. So there's another fucking wasp doing memorial flybys for his dead waspy
They're
pal.
attracted to the
pheromone,
scent.
aye.
Yeah.
But you could tell the way they were flying, they were coming to the end of their cycle because, it kind of that drunk way. So eventually I wrestled it, wore it down, killed it, going, if you got a wasp's nest, there is this global warming? It's like kind of, are they behaving differently?
You know what would have sorted that? A jar full of water with a dot of jam in the bottom.
Right.
And they'd have dive bombed for the jam.
Right.
I mean, it's not very nice for them to drown, I don't suppose, but it would have sorted your problem.
Do you know what? I just wanted my bed. I wasn't fucking about with jam.
Yeah.
That's true. And if you got the jam out, you'd be like, I'll just make some toast.
Aye.
Have a cup of tea. I kind of want a cup of tea.
There's lots of wee things round about going, is this global warming? Like, see the way the fucking, as soon as you get a week of warm weather, the news reports they've got a photo of a kid and a mum on a beach with an ice cream cone going, heat wave expected, and it's all smiley faces rather than fucking, we're fucked.
Flooding.
Aye.
You two are city boys. Have you noticed the increase in butterflies this year?
I've read that article and I'm going to steal your thunder.
On you go.
Yeah, I had that. No, on you go. Sorry, pal.
No, I was just going to bring up. The reason I know about it is because I seen a very
Was it in one of the
unusual
papers?
moth in my garden, and did a bit of research and found out that this was a butterfly year.
Yeah, every 10 years, the migratory
The
cycle.
Chinese year of the butterfly. Is that what you're telling me?
Not quite.
Cool.
What is it, 10 years?
Yeah, one
You
in
can-
every 10 years there's an influx of butterflies.
And had everything went normally with that, or was there less butterflies or more butterflies than was coming before?
I think there's more than normal because it's a butterfly year.
Right. Well, I've noticed them. There's fucking hundreds of them kicking about.
Seen it. The moth I got in my garden was black and red.
Yeah.
I seen it from ages away when I was pulling it at my drive, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
That's a weird way you've said that sentence to me. You've seen it from ages away.
Yeah.
That ages seems like a
Time, I
chronological
know.
time and not distance.
It's the difference of
but it's
language
all
and
the same.
Balak.
Yeah, it's like it's travelling. Your distance. You're right, but it just sounded weird. I'm going to start saying it. I'm going to say it to somebody in work tomorrow and just see if they pick up on how weird it sounded.
Start trying to end your sentences with "but" as well.
No, that'll become normal. People will be like, "But why? Okay, John just does that now." So what? You butterflies in your house, and you're talking about those more wasps.
Yeah.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
A lot of bees. Good to see a lot of bees as well.
I like a bee.
Let's face it, though, the bee propaganda wins, though.
Yeah.
Aye, whoever's doing the wasp and hornet fucking press releases should just
I seen a thing online
It's the
yesterday.
same
It was
dive
like,
to the bottle of
The
jam.
Suicide Watch CV person that's like previously watched Wasp PR.
Aye, wasp.
when you when you were a kid and you saw a bee, you used to be like, "Oh, get away from me!" Now you see a bee, you're like, "Oh, can I do anything for you?"
Or do you
need a
not just
drink?
run
Do
round?
you lift?
Do you not just run round your living room going, "What are you? You're a wasp." It's a fucking cracking slag. See the amount of, going, "Oh, fucking try to think." Yeah, seen Derek the other day. He's a fucking wasp. Like, it's a cracking slag. Call somebody a wasp this week. See how they react.
Okay.
With utter disdain. Make sure you say it with disdain.
So how else has your summer been going? You up to anything else?
Plus points were taking the kids to... Gary, how much do you think it costs to play bowls at Kelvin Grove?
Bowls.
Yep, green bowls. The fucking weather scorching, get them outside.
For like a family
3 is
game?
me, Charlie Ruby.
Yeah,
How
not
much?
like a proper enter into a bowls. Like
Aye,
just a little fun family game.
on the Commonwealth Greens.
One game.
No, it's right. Is it one game? How much would you expect? 4 bowls each, a jack, mats, fucking everything you need. Access to the fucking
About £10 an hour.
free. It's free. You can go up there and play fucking bowls just whenever you like.
Wow.
How much for tennis up there?
I bet tennis a posh cunts.
How much for tennis?
Oh, you're gonna. Oh. I think I know where this is going, but I'll play along.
How much for tennis at Kelvin Grove, Gary?
I'd say it'd be £6 each to play tennis.
Free for kids.
I'm seeing a part.
It was £2.10 for my racket hire. £2.10. Fucking. That was that. It was spent a whole day there. It was
I've got one.
brilliant.
How much is it for parking at Kelvin? £40 an hour.
Did you go see the T-Rex?
No. Because you told me how disappointing and costly it was.
Yeah.
I do love that if Gary told you T-Rex was impressive, you probably still wouldn't have went.
But did you told me to watch? You told me to watch Men in Black International.
Yeah.
Never watched it.
Are you sure though?
Never watched it. Watched a couple of old movies with the kids that would probably be deemed classic for my generation. Anchorman and The Waterboy.
Okay.
Nice.
Weren't
Does
interested
Anchorman
in
hold up?
Weren't interested in Anchorman.
Anchorman holds up, but it's probably not one for kids.
I don't know if it holds up if you've never seen it before. I think if we were to watch it, we'd feel nostalgic for it.
Right, the way everybody was waiting for the Ali G movie because they'd seen him on Channel 4 beforehand.
But I think, I saw it in the cinema and loved it. But I think if you hadn't seen it at the time, I'm not sure if you would. Well, what would the kids' reaction?
muted. Like, see the classic bits that you're waiting and coming up, like that people quote. You're looking at them, and they're kind of going.
What age? Sorry again.
Charlie's 8, Ruby's 11.
It's not something I'd understood at that age. It's too dry. Like it's something like Adam Sandler. I would have thought The Waterboy or something would have been funny for them.
See, the Anchorman set in the 70s. It'd be as well as been set in fucking World War II. Speaking of World War II, I don't know who tweeted it, but I'm going to fucking rip it off. Come On Eileen by Dexy's Midnight Runners. Was it you that tweeted it?
No, but I saw it.
Dexy's Midnight Runners by... No, wrong way around.
Start again.
Come on, Eileen.
Come On Eileen by Dexy's Midnight. It was closer to the end of World War II than it is to now. Fucking too right. Eh?
No.
I learned a really uninteresting, boring fact about World War II today. That 4 million Chinese people died
Doing what?
in the war.
Being twins.
Being Chinese in the war.
Aye.
Really?
Being female-born children.
No, there was I hadn't realised that there was a before Japan entered the war. There was a Sino-Japanese war between China and Japan.
Oh yeah, I
And,
remember. That was the big thing.
I didn't realise how many.
Because it was it not America pushing it that was caused Japan to get involved?
But I hadn't, because I was trying to figure out how many Russians had died compared to other countries, and it was like 16 million Russians, and then like 350,000 British people,
just put
350,000
Pornhub
Americans. But then the second highest was China. I hadn't realised. Any good dogs, you know?
Oh, we've came to that section. I thought you were going to go Banhammer. Ralph's dog, Tommy. Tommy Dodzic.
Is this a new dog?
September, October last year.
A beagle cross, did I see?
I think it's a Bulgarian hunting dog, or like it as like it'd been a hunting dog. Ralph and
So what's it called? Actually called it Tommy Dogic.
Tommy. He's Tommy.
It's funny because if
You've
you
added
said,
that part.
have you seen Tommy's dog Ralph? That makes more sense.
Do you think so? Right. Okay. So it was one of these adoption ones. Remember you were slagging him about taking the rescue dog?
Yeah.
How do you know somebody's got a rescue dog?
Because they tell you about it.
Because I'll fucking tell you. So he was getting the videos of this when he was up. Sorry, Gary, did I interrupt your yawn?
Guy's a cat guy, remember?
Cat guy. Maybe tell you about Gay Wilson as well. We'll do that. We do that at the end. Or what's the other for the Patreons? We'll do a quick Patreon one.
Yeah.
Right. Getting the videos about when they found Tommy. I think it was some Eastern Bloc country. Like he started in Croatia, it ended up in Romania or something. You know, it kind of. But he had the ticks and everything on him. So Ralph get the videos of when he was a puppy and he was a poor wee soul. So Ralph and Laurie have built this dog up over, you know, the year. He's a cracking dog, really nice, very obedient. They took him. This story arc is amazing. Took him to the Shield Egg Fete, where they live in the Highlands. He only came away with 3 rosettes. Waggiest tail. Best in show out of 15. And then the main event, dog that looks most like his owner. So that's Tommy there.
That's Ralph.
Looks exactly like him, aye.
So congrats. Like, see to come for the Eastern Bloc of Europe
As a rescue.
to come to another country and work your way up. It's the Rocky of dogs, isn't it?
I feel like if the judges had known he was Eastern European, they wouldn't have let him
They
win.
would have voted him down.
Yeah.
Like his rosettes. I was so Ralph was so pleased. So pleased.
What age is the dog?
I don't know.
I'm so upset.
And dog
I'm
ears.
so allergic to dogs, man.
All breeds.
The Quigley has a hypoallergen one. Nothing. I need to take about 4 antihistamines before I go in if I'm going to be anywhere near it.
My uncle's allergic to dogs and he got a Labradoodle specifically for that.
I had a dog for like 17 years and it never bothered me. But I'm assuming that was like it was around me before I had all these allergies, so it was just alright. And now that it's gone.
So because of the internet, you've developed allergies because you've read about them.
Maybe, actually. Aye.
Schrodinger's sneezing.
Yeah.
Right, I've got a banhammer.
Okay.
People describing cities on social media as people in a really strange, invasive way. Like, Dundee, I'm going to be in you. And then they proceed to tell you what they're going to be doing in Dundee.
Okay.
So, Preston, this Saturday, I'm going to be in you, going to Nando's, then gigging at the Frog and Bucket.
I feel like I've only seen comedians do that.
Is it a strictly comedian? I'm going, do you know what? Somebody's already done it. Find a new way to say that you're going to be in Perth. I'm going to be gigging in Perth on Thursday if you would like a ticket. Don't have us imagine that you've invented a new way of saying you're going to be somewhere. It's been done. Fucking can it. London, or that there London. That's another one. I'm going to be in that there London. Nah, fuck it. It's been done. I've seen a lot of people do it already. Please stop it. Wales, I am going to be in you, as if it's some kind of fucking vagina that you're threatening.
Yeah, but
like
really,
like an ear exam for an entire postcode.
it's not a good look to stand on the border with your willy out.
Aye, I'm going to be in you. But that comes from an Anchorman quote, didn't it? It was like, I'm going to be on you. I want to be on you. You know, it kind of, you're going...
It does stem back from that kind of time, I think.
That sort of abstract description. And you're going, no, see people saying it now. You've seen somebody else doing it. Please stop doing it. It's fucking needing a refresh.
Not.
I've seen a few people doing it. I've had to mute a lot of words on Twitter because of the Edinburgh Fringe. Just to mute them to stop them coming up. I don't necessarily want to stop following people, but it's the same fucking chat over and over and over. And a lot of Scottish acts doing well at the Fringe, which is good to see. It's good to see Liam Withnell selling a lot of tickets as well. He seems to be doing great. But I don't know why Liam's come out of my head. Maybe he's told me he's going to be in a place. Newcastle, I'm going to be in you.
So what have you muted already?
Have I been? I can't show you, mate. Fucking piss off, mate. There's fucking. There's there's a few things on there that go. Do you know what? No, that badness going. I'm just sick of hearing about this.
Edinburgh, Fringe, Flyer, Sell Out.
Nah, let's see. Do you know what? There's a couple off the top of my head. I'm going.
See, because I've not heard the phrase that you're talking about, I have nothing to add.
Really? Have you never seen him do it?
I maybe have, not seen it enough that I'm definitely going, I am on your side.
You searching the phrase, I am in you.
Going to be in you. Latest.
Going to be in you is worse. That's specifically, it's not even musicians, it is just comedians.
Do you think so?
I definitely going to be in you. I am in you, there's maybe some people on holiday.
Yeah.
But going to be is a ticket selling.
Yeah.
Yes, that's absolutely what that is.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'll just start retweeting it. It's probably easier.
Yeah.
That's the way to fucking shut a movement down. Chris Conroy retweeted it. Straight it. So that's a no mover. I'm going to be in you. I think it's just fucking riled me. See, if it has been a comic, they'll fucking never know how angry I am about it because you get fuck all off them.
I've been having health complaints, if you want to hear about them.
Oh, take it to the Patreon, mate, don't.
Okay, if you want to find out about my latest health complaints, you can sign up to Patreon for as little as £3 a month.
Yeah, and find out what to do with your scabies. Could fucking Andrews being caught doing all that shit be the thing that kills Philip?
When was the last time you heard of him?
Philip?
Yeah, since he died in that car crash.
Fucking lot to come, isn't there? Right, guys, thanks very much for listening. I'd just like to mention this week, Glasgow, I'm going to be in.
Timber.
Hello.
Hello and welcome. Missed you, Chris.
Hello.
Hello and welcome. Fucking hell.
Do you know what we should stop doing though? We should stop deleting these and have these like stored somewhere just to go. This is the pressure Gary goes through.
This is his material. He's bang.
This is how I send myself to sleep at night.
But
just
like,
listen to them all.
Aye, but see when you get like a load of new listeners, this is the kind of stuff we should put out. Where it goes, here's how many times it took us to start a podcast. Hello.
For the 382nd time.
Welcome to podcast episode number 3940.